Hello friends, this is Dr. Shashi Agarwal. I welcome you all. Today our subject is public finance and we are going to cover the meaning, nature and the scope of public finance. If you find my video useful, please do like it, share it and also subscribe my channel. This is my app which you could download from the Google Play Store. This app provides free study material and free mock tests to the students of commerce, economics, and management. And the structured courses they are also available. Macro and public finance is a structured course that is also available at my app. Link I will be sharing the description box. First of all, we will understand what is the meaning of public finance, why public finance is very important. Public finance studies the financial activities of the government. Public finance studies how the public authority means government at different levels, central level, state level, and the local level. How they raise the revenue and how they spend it so that the society may get the maximum social value. When we talk about the public finance, it is not only the revenue and expenditure activities of the government, but it also covers how the government raise public debt when their revenue is less than the expenditure, and how the financial administration of the government and how the stability and growth is maintained and how the resources they are distributed among the different layers of the government. When we talk about the public authorities, these are the different layers of the government. In India, we have a federal structure, so there are three layers of the government: central government at the center, and the state government and the respective state, and the local government means panchayat samiti and municipality at the. Public finance consists of two words: public and finance. When we generally talk public, it means it's a collective term which stands for the collection of individuals. In the wider sense, it means all the members of a community. And in simple terms, the finance means the money resources of. But when we define the public finance in economics, it means the public is used in narrow sense. It is the public authority. It means the government at various level. And the finance word is used in a wider sense. Public means a group of people who are represented by government, and finance means what are the financial sources of the government. We could say income or expenditure. Public finance is related to fisc. It means government ready, government ka khajana. Public finance is that branch of economics which is concerned how public authorities they raise the revenue, what are the sources of revenue, and how that is uh, that is that is incurred on the society so that the society may get the maximum social benefit. When we talk about the public authority, it means different layers of the government which are operating within a country. If we talk about the India, we have a federal structure. So there are three levels: center government at the central level, and the state government at the state level, and the local government at the local level. Professor Dalton, subject which is concerned with the income and expenditure of the public authorities. So, public finance covers the income and expenditure of the public authority and how the government adjusts the income and expenditure. Finlay Shiraz has defined public finance as the study of the principles underlying the spending and raising of funds by the public authorities. So, when we talk about the public finance, it explains the principles on the basis of which the government raises revenue and how the principles one how the government is going to spend those revenue. Professor B.P. Herbert has defined public finance. The government means of all allocation are accomplished through the budgetary practices of taxes and spending. So, public finance is a science which studies and analyzes the effect of government budgetary practices of taxes and spending. So, here the uh, budget is made, and how the government is going to raise, and how the revenue which the government is going to raise from the different sources, how they are going to spend. So here the allocation of the limited sources, distribution of income and wealth, and to bring the economic stability and full employment in the economy. So we could say public finance is this study of income and expenditure of the state. We could easily infer that is old as the state itself. Adam Smith, the father of political economy, is credited with having first started systematic discussion on public expenditure. So the meaning is clear of public finance. Now we will focus what is the nature of public finance. Is it a science or is it art or is it both? Public finance, when we talk about the science, science is the systematic study of any subject which establish the causal relation between the facts. What are the causes and what are the effects? Public finance is a systematic study of any subject which studies the causal relation between the facts. The argument is because definite and limited field of human knowledge. It is the systematic study of facts and the principles relating to the government's sources and the expenditure. Scientific methods are used to study the public finance, and the principles of public finance, they are empirical, and science is of two types. Positive science, it describes what is, it provides the facts. It describes the phenomena as it is. Normative science, it suggests, it gives the suggestion. The policy should have been framed in this manner. It describes what ought to be, what is right or what is wrong. So, public finance is both science as well as art. Uh, Public finance is a positive science as well as a normative science. Positive science, public finance tells us different kinds of taxes, and there is constant rise in government expenditure and the public debt as the situation is. And the study of public finance also reveals what should be the quantum of tax, which tax is to be imposed, direct tax or indirect tax. It offers suggestion regarding the revenue and expenditure of the government. So we could say public finance is positive science as well as a normative science. So is it art? Art is the application of the knowledge for achieving the objective. Fiscal policy is an important instrument of the public finance. So it uses the knowledge of government's revenue and expenditure to achieve the objective of full employment, economic equality, economic development, and price stability. So here the principles of public finance, they are used to achieve the objective of full employment, economic equality, and the economic development and the price stability. So we could say public finance is science as well as art. Now we will understand what is the scope. Scope means the boundary of public finance. What is covered in the public finance? It is the theory of public revenue. It is the theory of public expenditure. It is the theory of public debt. It is the financial administration, stability and growth, and federal finance. The theory of public revenue. Here we are going to understand what are the sources of revenue for the government. When the government is going to impose the taxation, so what are the principles of taxation? What are the methods of raising revenue? And how we could classify the revenue? And when there is a, in which situation we do the deficit financing. The theory of public revenue is also known as a distribution branch. We study the principle which should govern the public revenue for raising the public revenue, and what are the various methods through which we could raise the public revenue. So taxation is the major source of public finance. So theory of public expenditure, Musgrave has given it allocating the branch. Now we have raised the funds, how we are going to spend. So, under theory of public expenditure, we are going to understand the principles and the problem relating to the expenditure of the government funds, of the public funds. We study the fundamental principles which govern the flow of government funds into various streams. What are the area in which the expenditure has to be incurred? What are the principles? What are the logic which are applied for making the expenditure? So, classification of public expenditure on different bases. Theory of public debt, when the revenue is less than the expenditure, so public debt is raised. So theory of public debt, we study what are the sources, internal, external. So what is the impact of burden of debt? So what are the methods through which the debt is repaid? So, what are the methods of interest payments? How they're going to repay the debt? Government can raise income through loans to meet the shortfall in traditional income. It study the reason for which the loan is raised. So, what are the sources of the loan? What are the option of raising the loan for the government? The method by which it is raised, and what are the various methods to interest and repayment of the principal. So, it examines the problem relating to the raising and the repayment of the loan. Financial administration. So, problem of drafting the budget and its acceptance and application. Financial administration is concerned with the government machinery, which is responsible for performing the various functions. Budget is the master financial plan of the government, which indicates what are the sources of revenue and how the government is going to allocate those revenue. Anticipated revenue and expenditure they are estimated. The important matter in financial administration is the execution of the budget. Financial administration cover the preparation of the budget, presentation, then the budget is passed, then its execution, and then the evaluation of the budget. Economic stabilization, stability and growth, they are the two aspects of the government. And these are the outcome of various economics policy, the objective which have to be achieved through various economic policies. How the government could bring this stability in the country. So scope of the public finance, we could say allocation branch, distribution branch, and the stabilization branch. Here we want to bring the stability in prices, we want to remove the unemployment, we want to bring the growth in the economy. And the federal finance. Distribution of the sources of income expenditure between the center and state is known as a federal finance.